and welcome to The Social Connection, your one-stop shop for all the social media updates of the week. I'm Shreya Upadhyay and with me is Ishani Mathur.
Yeah, we are back with whatever trended and made news on social media this week. With first up, the headline stories.
Emojis to get more racially exclusive.
China lifts ban from social media.
And Facebook identifies 6 types of killers.
First up, how many times do you use emoticons while chatting on your phone? I think most of us can't express without emojis, especially when we run short of words.
Absolutely. For all those who are so dependent on emojis, here's good news that it could get more exclusive with race, skin color and much more. Check it out.
Emojis have become an integral part of smartphone messaging, and in 2015, emojis could become much more racially inclusive. The pictogram that first appeared in Japan in 1999 have become a big part of modern culture, enhancing and punctuating online conversation with funny faces or symbols. Nowadays, their use is so popular, support becoming parceled in with most phone keyboards. But one thing that original didn't have was various models to depict different skin tones. But now the organization that governs emoji may be in the process of tackling that oversight. A working proposal to expand the skin color options for emojis may get the thumbs up for those calling for more diversity in the icons. Unicode Consortium, the non-profit organization that sets the standard for these pictograms, said in a proposal that it is considering adding 5 new skin colors. The default emoji face was designed to be generic, but users been clamoring for changes to better reflect global diversity, says the non-profit group that sets the standard for these pictograms. Part of the reason for action may be the disgruntled emoji users targeted Apple about their diversity concerns, with one stating a petition on DoSomething.org that garnered over 4,500 signatures. The proposal is still under review, but it could lead to changes for many users as many operating systems are based on Unicode standard. There is no timetable for change, although Unicode 8.0 is expected to arrive sometimes in 2015.
Well, for the first time, China has relaxed its internet restrictions for a major international event.
Yes, the country recently lifted restrictions on internet usage at the Media Center for Chinese and Foreign Reporters covering the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Forum. Take a look.
China has lifted restrictions on internet usage at the Media Center for Chinese and Foreign Reporters covering the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Forum. The Media Center has allowed reporters to access social networking sites such as Twitter, Facebook, and the video sharing website YouTube. Access to such sites is essentially restricted by the Chinese government elsewhere in the country. This is the first time that China has relaxed its internet restrictions for a major international event. As the apex officials began their meetings at the newly built conference center, Beijing shed its heavy pollution overnight and glowed in the autumn weather, providing a big relief for smog-weary people. The 10th November leaders meeting will be attended by US President Barack Obama among others. Scribes could easily log into Facebook, Twitter, YouTube and Google, which cannot be accessed in the country without the help of a virtual private network connection, which is to be procured from outside. Besides the 21 heads of states of the APEC member states, about 4,000 media personnel have been accredited to cover, which is China's largest high-profile event since the 2008 Olympics.
Next up, police tracking criminals is what we are aware of. But how many of us would have thought that Facebook will help in identifying killers through their posts?
Yes, it is interesting how researchers have identified 6 different types of killers on Facebook who look for their potential victims. Here's the report.
Researchers have identified 6 different types of killers who turn to Facebook to lure their victims. The researchers analyzed cases of homicide in which the social networking site had been reported by the media as a significant factor. The researchers found 48 cases of Facebook murder from around the world between 2008 and 2013 and identified 6 different types of killers. They are reactors, informers, antagonists, fantasists, predators or imposters. A reactor reacts to content posted on Facebook by attacking the victim face-to-face, researchers explained. This may be immediately after viewing the content that makes them angry, or may there be a time delay in which they revisit the content and ruminating over its meaning. The informer uses Facebook to inform others that they intend to kill the victim, that they have killed the victim, or both. Informers use Facebook as a way of demonstrating their control over the victim and the situation. An antagonist engages in hostile exchanges on Facebook that escalates into face-to-face fatal violence. A fantasist uses Facebook to perform or indulge in a fantasy. For fantasists, the line between fantasy and reality has become increasingly blurred, and the homicide may be a way of maintaining the fantasy or preventing others from discovering the deception. A predator creates and maintains a fake profile to lure a victim. They may draw upon the information available on victim's profile to exploit vulnerability to establish grounds upon which to develop a relationship. An imposter posts in the name of someone else. This could be the victim in order to create an illusion that they are still alive, or another person to gain access to and monitor the victim's profile.
Well, we are heading for a short commercial break. Stay tuned for the top trends and to know more about your date of death.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at the top trends on Facebook and Twitter.
PM Modi was in Varanasi this week to promote the Swachh Bharat campaign. He wielded a spade to remove silt deposited along the banks of river Ganga and nominated 9 persons to be part of this campaign. With this, Modi in Varanasi trended on Twitter. The latest Android operating system, Android Lollipop, was made public this week. The much-awaited release of this OS received a good response from Facebookers. With this, Android Lollipop fast climbed the trends chart. WhatsApp has introduced a new blue tick feature which indicates that your message has been read. As soon as this new feature, which means you can never ignore a message, was unveiled, Twitterati came out to express their views. Hollywood actor Tom Cruise did a daredevil stunt for his next flick, Mission Impossible 5. Tom hanged horizontally outside a plane cruising at 5,000 feet in the air. Facebooker went gaga over this and Tom Cruise became a top trend. The suspense of a new Goa CM was over this week as Lakshmikant Parsekar was elected as the new Goa CM. Following this, Lakshmikant Parsekar, Manohar Parrikar and Goa CM trended on Twitter. After making claims about former Indian cricket team coach Greg Chappell, Sachin Tendulkar's autobiography Playing It My Way is in news again. Chappell has now challenged Tendulkar's claim and that made him one of the top Facebook trend.
Next up, Discovery Channel has found its next extreme stunt. A man will be eaten alive by a giant anaconda in its upcoming reality show Eaten Alive.
Yes, in the new show, naturalist and wildlife filmmaker Paul Rossoli aims to be digested by an anaconda. In a television first, a man is to be eaten alive. Take a look.
A young American naturalist, filmmaker and adventurer in the Amazon has set off an internet stir after he claimed that he offered himself for dinner to a giant snake for an upcoming reality show. The show, titled Eaten Alive, is scheduled to telecast on Discovery Channel on 7th of next month.
Few days, what's going to be a challenge?
I am Paul Rossoli and I am about to be the first person to be eaten alive by an anaconda, he said in a 30-second video on Twitter promoting a new show, Eaten Alive. A longer teaser posted by the network on YouTube shows Rossoli donning a custom-built snake-proof suit to enter the belly of the fearsome reptilian beast headfirst. On his Twitter feed, Rossoli told his followers, "If you know me, I would never hurt a living thing. But you'll have to watch Eaten Alive to find out how it goes down." Social media and tabloid websites jumped onto the story, but animal rights group PETA, fearing for the welfare of the snake, demanded that Discovery pull the plug on the show. In a statement, the animal rights group said, "Whatever the filmmaker has planned, the snake will likely pay the ultimate price, as animals usually do when they are used for entertainment." Green anacondas, native to tropical South America, are among the biggest snakes in the world. The one seen in the Eaten Alive teaser required at least 7 men to hold it. Earlier this year, Rossoli, who divides his time between New York, India and Peru, published a book about his adventures titled Mother of God, An Extraordinary Journey into the Uncharted Tributaries of the Western Amazon. In 2013, he won a short film award at the UN Forum on Forests for his documentary An Unseen World.
Well, social media has its bizarre moments and this one tops the list. A new iOS app called Deadline predicts the date and time of your death. If this wasn't enough, it even has a countdown clock that shows each second of your life going by.
But there's no need to panic yet because the app's objective is to motivate the user to lead a healthier life. So if you're the couch potato who needs a push to the gym, this app is just meant for you. Here's more on it. If you need a little extra motivation to follow your passion, write that novel, or even just get out of bed, here's an app that might just work for you. A new iOS app called Deadline predicts the date and time of your death based on data from Apple's Health Kit. If you fill in your basic information of medical history and lifestyle, the app will tell you what might be the date of your death. And if that wasn't enough, it also shows a countdown clock that shows each second of your life pass by. Despite its logo, a silhouetted dead bird with its legs in the air, the app wants you to consider it as a way to motivate yourself to be healthier. Although it goes on to say that its prediction is nothing more than a statistical estimation. Though similar apps exist, Deadline claims to be the only one with a home screen widget that offers quick access to your countdown. The good news is that the app will extend your predicted lifespan if you adopt healthier habits. Its approach to motivation then suits both users who respond to negative reinforcement and those who need a little bit of cheerleading to get to the gym. So will you live out your remaining days eating that delicious cake or sweating it out at the gym? The choice is yours.
Well, it's time for a short breather. We'll be right back with our special segments.
Welcome back. Moving on, nowadays there's an app for pretty much everything. With thousands of time-saving applications available, there are many ways to make your life easier right from your phone.
Yes, and some of these applications take ease to a whole new level. With that in mind, here are 3 solutions that save you some of your valuable time.
You can't live without your phone for keeping in touch and staying up to date with your social media, but you can harness its power with some apps that simplify your life. Here are some of them. Your phone's ability to help check mail saves a lot of time as you don't need to be physically present at your desktop to them, compose a new email or reply to anyone. You can do it all on the go. However, a main drawback of using a mobile phone for email is scrolling through the endless headers, signatures and other non-essential information to get to the part you need. Mailwise is a mobile email solution that addresses the most significant component of every email conversation, which is the actual content of the email. Mailwise enables clean conversation. It stripes out repetitive information such as signatures and headers within a thread. It contains just the information in simple, readable text. Every once in a while, you get this urge to go to the movies to see the latest blockbuster everyone is talking about. But by the time you find parking at the theatre, wait in line to buy your ticket, get your popcorn and finally find your seat, you have wasted a lot of valuable time, energy and money. Oko is a smart TV service which allows you to enjoy the most sought-after movie releases and world-famous blockbusters in full HD or 3D with Dolby Digital Plus sound on your smart TV right in the comfort of your own home. Partnering with all major Hollywood studios and more than 50 European and local distributors, Oko provides a movie catalogue of over 5,500 titles. With Oko, you won't need to ask what's playing at your local theatre, you can watch it right at your home. Life often feels like an endless to-do list. You keep track of everything you need to do and that can get on your nerves sometimes. 24me is a next-generation personal assistant. Yes, it's an app that provides user-friendly and efficient solutions for everything on your to-do list. 24me includes a task management component, smart notes, and even sends out cards for family and social events. 24me interacts with real-life personal accounts and consumer services such as cable companies and financial institutions, allowing users to pay a bill with the touch of a button. The app can also transfer tasks to service providers like sending someone to pick up your dry cleaning, saving your time and effort.
Well, we are now moving on towards the end of our show and it's time for all the feedback that you left on our Twitter handle, Facebook page and YouTube channel.
Well, this is the end of our show. Thank you so much for all the feedback that you send in week after week. Continue writing to us via email, on our Twitter handle DD News Live, on our Facebook page or on our YouTube channel.
Yes, but before we log off, here's an interesting search off the net. Thank you and goodbye.
Bye.